Joining us now is Amanda Rowe, CEO of Small Business Women Australia. Amanda, great to see you.
Likewise.
Let's talk about this election that is happening here in Australia. And my goodness, people are so bored watching these two leaders. I mean, there's this opinion piece by Greg Sheridan, The Australian. This is the worst election campaign I've ever seen, according to him. But he's not the only one. That seems to be the conversation. I mean, what's your analysis looking at Peter Dutton, at Anthony Albanese? What are they doing and what aren't they doing? Because they're really struggling, I think, to make an impact.
So I think Albanese is doing his best to avoid talking about the last 3 years, right? So he can't get up and say, re-elect me because the last 3 years were the best 3 years you had, the economy's strong. If you're going to look at the last 3 years, the economy is pretty much going to a nosedive and it's only going to get worse. So he doesn't talk about that. He's talking about the future and we will do this, and like a bad relationship, I'm just going to keep promising things and you're going to just keep staying in. And Dutton, I don't think he's coming out hard enough on key things. I think he's kind of being in the middle, but I can see in him that he wants to. And I really hope that he comes out very hard. We don't need a friend as our leader. We need a leader, like your dad. We don't need you to be my friend. I need you to do the best for me, whether I like it or not. And that's really a message for the young people too.
Yes.
Don't go to the person that's saying what you like to hear, because that's usually a path that leads to destruction. Go to the person that cares about you the most.
Has Peter Dutton left it too late? I know, it's not the election tomorrow. There is still time, but he's cutting it very fine.
He is, but I think come out hard, be definitive on the key things that he knows that people care about, like the housing and young people. And so, for example, they say you can use super to buy housing. Labor will come out going, they're trying to ruin your retirement. No, they're actually not. They're actually trying to get you financially secure now, and he needs to come out hard on that. And I think he needs to utilise his pre-selected candidates and his MPs more, because they should be out there fighting this battle and not leaving it up to him.
Let's look at the US. Donald Trump is fighting against the mainstream media, which is nothing new, but he's come out pretty strong just in the last couple of days. The president has announced that he's suing CBS, 60 Minutes and Paramount for billions of dollars for their coverage of the 2024 election campaign, where, of course, we saw clips of Kamala Harris edited to make her appear better than she actually was. So Donald Trump posted, "I am honoured to be suing 60 Minutes, CBS, Fake News and Paramount over their fraudulent, beyond recognition reporting. They did everything possible to illegally elect Kamala, including completely and corruptly changing major answers to live interview questions, but it just didn't work for them." Look, what do you make of Donald Trump? He's obviously uses strong language. That's his style. But I think, to his credit, he probably shouldn't be letting this go.
So my rule of thumb is if you're going to do that with one, you've got to do it with others. So you can't just target one particular mainstream media outlet that has done that. He then now needs to make sure that any other outlet, whether it's an independent outlet, mainstream, anyone else, if they're doing the same, he needs to call it out. So if he finds someone has edited things to make him look good, he needs to call that out too, because that's what a leader does. They call out everyone that does the same thing.
No, that's absolutely a fair point. But looking at some of the media coverage that we've seen in recent days, this is pretty shocking. Taylor Lorenz is rightfully being slammed for appearing to praise this accused United Healthcare CEO assassin Luigi Mangione. And we know we saw some pretty wild scenes from many on the far left who believe that Luigi Mangione is some kind of hero, who's of course an accused murderer. But this is what went to air on CNN.
Hilarious to see these millionaire media pundits on TV clutching their pearls about someone standing a murderer when this is the United States of America, as if we don't lionize criminals. You're going to see women especially that feel like, oh my God, right? Like, here's this man who's revolutionary, who's famous, who's handsome, who's young, who's smart. He's a person that seems like this morally good man, which is hard to find.
I mean, there they are just laughing about this morally good man, honestly, and no real pushback from CNN.
So I think there's a couple of factors here. I think America, or you say Hollywood, they do glorify criminals.
Yes,
so if you look at there's mini-series all the time and people are watching it, and not more of an investigation type show, but actual glorifying people, which I think is quite disturbing. And also that we're in a society now where we think killing is on a scale, right? So if we kill this group, it's okay, or this person is okay, but if we kill this group, oh, they deserved it, or this group was asking for it. So we've got this mixed understanding of, oh, murder's okay if, and it should be, how about it's just blanketly wrong. You do not kill. End of story. And I think we need to go back to basics, basic morality. You just don't kill people, regardless of whether you want to justify it, or society, or government, or corporates. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, and there's data to back that up. In the show last week, we spoke about a report that actually found that there's an increasing trend of people who support killing someone like Donald Trump or Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is part of this greater cause. It's just disgusting. And the fact that CNN can just laugh about comments like that.
So that's what he should be suing. The glorification, Trump should, the glorification of any form of murder, right?
Absolutely.
Or any form of killing.
Of course. I know, I can't believe I have to speak about it, but
I know, right?
Common sense. Let's talk about the royals. Meghan Markle has reportedly sent her father-in-law, King Charles, a gift box from her new lifestyle brand As Ever, and this is apparently a gesture to rebuild royal bridges. I mean, what do you make of this strategy? Is that something that King Charles really wants?
I'm not sure a box of goods to the King will work. Maybe an Aston Martin or a car or something like that will get his attention. The reality is, I always believe in giving gifts to people and apologising and being genuine. But I think what she needs to do is actually repent of being defiant and pulling away from the royal family, because you can pull away from the royal family, you have every right to, but then trying to leverage off it at the same time. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So pick what you want. Do you want to be part of the royal family, or do you want to be a civilian? Don't try and do both, which is what she's doing. And I think that's always going to backfire. No one knows who to... Do we support her? Do we like her? Do we not? She's making it worse for herself. So she should just say, I'm really sorry. I want to come back now, because being an influencer is really hard.
Yeah. Well, Prince Harry, I'm not sure if he's much better than Meghan Markle, because he's apparently reportedly working on a follow-up to his memoir, Spare, sparking concerns within the royal family, of course, about what else he could possibly reveal about them. And this is, of course, around his legal bid to regain police protection in the UK, and that if that fails, he'll be speaking about that in his book too. I mean, is that something that you want?
No, I didn't want the first one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, police protection, that comes with what you just left, what you rejected. Again, people want all the spoils but not actually commit to anything, and that's what's happened. But please stop writing books. And if anything, take your profile and use it for good. Go out there and help people. You don't have to promote it. You don't have to put it all over the TV, but just their name as is now would still open doors and help organisations get money, help community groups get attention, and that's what this should be used for.
Absolutely. Amanda Rose, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour.
Thanks for that.